Good evening, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in on my weekly Monday live stream every Monday at 9 p.m. Amsterdam Central European Time. I'm here playing for you. If you have any requests or any questions, please write them down in the chat. I'm willing to answer or play whatever I can. And like I've said before many times, if you are watching this on Facebook, please do me a big favor and please share this live stream, because thanks to you sharing, I got so many new people discovering my music, and I'm very happy about that. So if you like the music, please share if you are on Facebook. And of course, you can follow me on my YouTube channel or subscribe and like and comment, blah, blah, blah. And Instagram is also growing. And Spotify, you can listen to my music on Spotify. So yeah, all right. Let's see who's here tonight, because I'm seeing some comments here. My dear brother-in-law, Stormvogel, wonderful pianist, wonderful composer, and a great character, a unique character. Thanks, Storm, for watching. Yeah, this was actually Moon River. Started with some impro and using my Korg, my little Korg R3, which is a wonderful small keyboard, also to when I play live, wherever I play live, which I hope is going to happen. But of course, I'm not the only musician who hopes that, and hence the audience, because I mean, everybody is so much dying to go to concerts again and meet each other again in live, because, and it's the same for me. I must say, the live streaming brought me so many new great people, great new audience, but nothing, meeting people in real life, hanging after the concert, dinner with your friends, your musician friends, whoever, nothing comes close to that. But for now, I'm also staring in the camera, knowing that a lot of people are watching, and I really appreciate that too. So, we stay positive. Thanks, Storm. And here's someone, I believe, from Brazil. Thank you. Obrigado, Antonio. Thank you, Marie, Paula. Thank you so much. And Dude Carneiro, also from Brazil. Thank you, obrigado. So, hi, Linda. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, so thanks for watching tonight. So I want to share my weekly video, which I prepared for you, and I've showed this before, but it's like, I think, at least half a year ago, and I want to show it to you again. And this is a fantastic story told by the amazing, the iconic Herbie Hancock. He's talking about making mistakes in jazz, and I think, he really nails everything here, because there is theoretically, especially maybe practically, not a wrong note in jazz. But the way he describes it while it was, and what he learned from Miles while playing with Miles, it's such an amazing story. He can do it, of course, a zillion times better than me, also playing piano. So let me share this great video. And again, if you have any questions, any requests, please write them in the chat. So here comes Herbie Hancock speaking about, it's actually a story about Miles Davis combined with making mistakes, but just enjoy.
I have so many stories to tell about Miles Davis. And one of my favorite ones is when we were performing in, I believe, Stuttgart, Germany. This was about 1963 or maybe early 64. I think it was 63. And just as I am today, I've always been interested in science since I was a kid. So I'm always buying, now it's computers and it's, video cameras and the newest and the smallest technologically advanced things. At that time, it was tape recorder. It was before cassette. So I bought a brand new Uher, portable reel-to-reel tape recorder, which at that time was the smallest in the world, one of the smallest in the world. And so one of the big problems that Miles had with me was that I would take the tape recorder, and I remember specifically this time that I would carry the tape recorder on stage, and I would take my little microphones, 2 small microphones, because it was stereo, crawl under the piano and set the microphones up. But usually at about that time, and in Stuttgart this particular time, Miles counted off the tempo with his foot. It was like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I was still under the piano. I was supposed to start, and I was still under the piano. Miles looked up and went, ah. So he had to start it again. Now, finally we started and everything was fine. And I remember that we were playing So What, one of Miles's compositions from the late 50s, I guess. And Tony Williams was playing drums, Ron Carter bass, Wayne Shorter saxophone, and it was a really hot night. The music was tight, it was powerful, it was innovative, and fun. We were having a lot of fun, and the music was on. Tony Williams was burning on his drums, and so right in the middle of Miles's solo, when he was playing one of his amazing solos, and I'm trying, I'm in there and I'm playing. Right in the middle of his solo, I played the wrong chord. A chord that it just sounded completely wrong. It sounded like a big mistake. And I did this and I went, oh, like this. I put my hands around my ears. And Miles paused for a second. And then he played some notes that made my chord right. He made it correct, which astounded me. I couldn't believe what I heard. Miles was able to make something that was wrong into something that was right, with the power of the choice of notes that he made and the feeling that he had. And so I couldn't play for about a minute. I couldn't even touch the piano. But what I realize now is that Miles didn't hear it as a mistake. He heard it as something that happened, just an event. And so that was part of the reality of what was happening at that moment. And he dealt with it. He found something that, since he didn't hear it as a mistake, he felt it was his responsibility to find something that fit. And he was able to do that. That taught me a very big lesson about not only music, but about life. We can look for the world to be as we would like it to be as individuals, make it easy for me, that idea. We can look for that. But I think the important thing is that we grow. And the only way we can grow is to have a mind that's open enough to be able to accept situations, to be able to experience situations as they are and turn them into medicine, turn poison into medicine. Take whatever situation you have and make something constructive happen with it. That's what I learned from that situation with Miles.
Yeah, fantastic story, right? Such a insightful story and such a great lesson for musicians, especially if you are like an improvising musician, yeah, this is full of wisdom. I learned a lot from this, you know, because what really fascinates me, and also I've tried to help. Well, I had to get over this myself. It's like fear of playing mistakes. You know, we all go through that sometimes as musicians. But since I learned to be in total acceptance, and that a mistake can actually sometimes lead to something new, something beautiful, I'm not too afraid, and I don't, and I'm not embarrassed anymore if I just, you know, if I just make a so-called mistake, or not something I didn't intend to play something I, you know, which for me sounds wrong because I envisioned it to sound different. So yeah, so especially musicians, if you're watching this, you know, I actually posted this video on my YouTube channel. I got the permission to do that, so you can also look at it again on my YouTube channel. And actually, this live stream will stay online. They all stay online, both on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can check it later. Yeah, Inge Weda. Hi, Inge. Yeah. The wisdom of no mistake will ever be a mistake. Very, very good. Very beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Miles didn't hear it as a mistake. You know. Yeah. Very. Yeah. It's yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me know if you have any questions, any comments still. Otherwise, I'm just going to play something for you. Yeah, this was an original composition entitled Happy Song. I recorded it on an album with incredible Belgian-French jazz singer David Links, and he scattered the melody. It's actually on our album From One Language to Another. Unfortunately, it's not on my Spotify. I mean, it's on Spotify, but under David Links' account, Linx. He's an incredible, incredible singer. Really amazing, really brilliant. And he on that album, he actually sings in 6 languages. So please check that out. I'm still trying to convince Spotify to also connect it to my profile because it's really frustrating. Welcome to the world of streaming. That because of some mistake, it's connected to his account. He doesn't mind. We both don't mind, but we wanted each on our own Spotify profile. So, but anyway, there's a lot of other stuff to listen on my Spotify profile as well. So, let me see here. Who is? Hello, hola, Rogerio, and here is. Oh no, this is someone in. Oh, it's interesting. I hardly get this, but someone is kind of spamming me. I don't know about some medicine or whatever. So I'm not going to go into that. This is a piano live stream. This is all about music. This is so nice. Thank you, João Moreira. You're a great musician from South America, Brazil. Muito obrigado. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Linda is asking in Dutch, have you ever tried Jamulus? Well, no. I installed it once, like almost a year ago. So Jamulus apparently has improved a lot because 2 weeks ago I was in a Zoom meeting with Daniel Gueli. He's a very nice bass player from Amsterdam, from here. And he mentioned it too, that this is kind of a new platform where people are jamming. And apparently now technically it has improved so much that there is hardly any latency, which means a delay, because the big problem with playing online together is still the delay because of the internet connections. And this has been a big frustration, especially during the lockdown for so many musicians. That's why everybody was like recording videos separately. You see a lot of these videos with, you know, with with different people playing at their own homes and then edited together into one video. And that's also because of not being able to play together. Also with a friend in Italy, Luca Ciarla, violinist. We were like online for a week, he from Rome and I here in Amsterdam, trying to set it up. And we couldn't get it. Once we were able to kind of sync it, but then the sound quality was really bad because then something changes in the conversion. All technical stuff. I don't want to bother you with that, but a year ago when the lockdown started, I had no clue about live streaming. And when the pandemic happened, and especially the lockdown, I thought, well, now everybody's at home, so I'd better start live streaming. And I figured everything out by watching YouTube tutorials. I had no teacher or whatsoever, so I did that for a week, and then I jumped into the deep and just started live streaming. And in the beginning, I made a lot of mistakes, and it sounded not good. And then I invested in some microphones and mixing, so I've become quite technical, like a lot of us do. A lot of musicians were forced to, at least the ones who were proactive, There were also a lot of people who were so depressed because of this that they were Netflixing all day, but I really decided, well, I want to stay in touch with my audience and do the online thing. And so, and a lot of people did this. So a lot of musicians also became technicians in this year. So this Gemulus, apparently it works now. I haven't tried it yet, so I should take a look at it. So, yeah. Hey, my dear friend Marco Franzoni from Boston. He's a fantastic Italian filmmaker. We know each other for a long, long time, at least 30 years. And he has been in Boston, wonderful filmmaker, great human being. And hey man, nice, thank you for joining. And Storm, so this piece, Happy Song, what I just played, is actually on the album with David Lynch, so you can find it on Spotify. So, all right, let me know if you have any questions or requests. Let me play something else for you. Yeah, this was well. It was actually an original composition called E Ballad, because I wrote it in E, but I really improvised a lot just around it, between the themes and all of that. I played an intro and well, yeah, and playing with my cork and my beautiful grand piano, which unfortunately is a little bit out of tune. Please forgive me. I'll take care of that soon. And yeah, so I just still see some comments. Hello, Joao. Thank you. Obrigado. Oh, you speak English as well. Yeah. Well, you know, I like to. What was great here. So I have this mixer here. Let me briefly explain how I do it, because sometimes I get this question. And of course, like this, you know, the piano is just dry. It's like the piano. And then when I add this slide here, I can do it a little bit reverb. Like you have, like you have the feeling you're a little bit like in a room or a small concert hall or whatever. But if I really turn it up, I get like these. Even this delay, and the louder I play, you can hear the echo there, the delay. And then of course I have this with this sound with the flute. The flute sound you hear is kind of random, so I just play a chord, like if I would play like just like a basic C chord. It's just going to. I mean, it does use only the notes I play, but it goes randomly. I think it's a very nice sound. So yeah, to give you some. Oh, and now, of course, now the delay is also on my voice. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So again, please do me a big favor. If you're watching on Facebook, simply share this stream. I really appreciate it. And please follow me on YouTube and subscribe and blah de blah and Instagram. You know what I mean. All the socials. I'm everywhere. Also, if you wish to donate something, zero obligation. But there is a link. There's a PayPal. There's a QR code. But there is also in the description a direct link. Would always highly appreciate it in these difficult times. Let me play something else for you. And I'm going to use this app, which I really love. This is called Drum Genius. And it's an app which has sampled like really great drummers. And so and really some great loops there. And I wanted to, let's see. Yeah. So actually, the groove you're hearing right now, this is Steve Gadd. Off minor. This is actually on a record with the great jazz pianist Cedar Walton. But yeah, this is Steve Gadd playing the loop. Well, you know, it can't get any better than that, I think, in terms of drum loops. So let me play something for you. Yeah. So what happened is that there was a cable here, the keyboard, behind the keyboard, which fell on the strings. And that's what you're hearing. So that's actually, you know, referring a little bit to the Herbie Hancock video I showed you before. You know, you could go like, I mean, if you would be like in a classical concert, you would be a classical concert pianist, you would totally freak out. And which I can imagine for that kind of music, of course. But when something unexpected like this happens, it's also something I really learned from traveling to challenging countries, you know, where you have like a bad sound system or a zillion things, so many challenges. It never goes the way you think it's gonna go. And then instead of resisting and go like, oh shoot, you know, I just make some music out of it. So I totally didn't expect to end this live stream like this with this kind of music. Yeah. So yeah, it's actually exactly Storm. It's like a prepared piano. So I'm going to leave you for tonight. So I'm here every Monday, 9:00 p.m. Amsterdam Central European time, and occasionally I go live on other times when I feel like. Sometimes on Insta. But sometimes on Facebook and YouTube, you know, when I have a free evening. Well, I never have a free evening, but it's always so much to do. But you know what I mean. Sometimes I just feel like playing. So if you switch on in Facebook, you can actually switch on like a notification whenever I go live. So you'll be notified, so you can follow me there. And well, I already said 3 times that you can follow me on the other socials, and there's all these descriptions here, so I'm not going to bother you with that again. I sincerely want to thank you for watching, for listening. I love you all. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and see you soon. All my love. Good night.